Happy Sunday everyone, Sandra here and welcome back to my channel. And today's episode is a skin episode. It is part 1 of scrubs and masks. Part 2 is the actual tutorial and I'll show you how I put the products together. But I figured I would do a part 1 which is an explanation of why I use them, and then part 2 just showing you how I do it. And try not to talk a lot through that one, but I know I probably will. So this is the next day and I just literally got out the shower and I let my hair air dry anyway. I don't do anything with my hair because I'm trying to grow it, but this is it. All I've got on it now is I just dried my face a little and I just popped the Lubriderm, you know, just the regular Lubriderm. I've got nothing, I've got no makeup, no nothing on my skin. I promise. I've got actually, my rosacea doesn't look too bad at the moment. Oh. So I promise I've got nothing on my skin at the moment. And when it comes to scrubs and masks, this is, I think, super important for people who suffer from redness, flushness, rosacea, acne, anything like that. Because you'll know, I've said it in previous videos, I've been an esthetician for, what, eight years? And I had to close my business because COVID came along. It doesn't stop me from still looking after my skin, and my skin did not used to look this good. Trust me, I used to have cystic acne, okay? It used to be quite bad, and I had a lot of the dark spots as well. And actually, I had a lot more of the broken capillaries. I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking, oh God, I used to be really red. Okay, so I am just going to show you the products they use and tell you that I think they are worth every single penny. I trained with the scrub. I actually did my training in America at Tricoci, and it was with the Replica. I love Replica. I'm sorry, I just do. But you know, I'm trying to get you to a point where you don't need to buy 10, 12, 15 products for your skincare. Maybe you just need to do a couple of things, maybe once a week, twice a week, once a month, whatever you can fit in. But these products are very concentrated and they should last you a long time. Even if you just did a scrub once a week, you're probably going to get 8 to 9 months out of this. This is the Replica honey and almond scrub, and the honey, I mean, it is actually honey in it. It will smell of honey as well. Just make sure you're not allergic to almonds as well. And it is super thick. The difference with this scrub and other scrubs is the fact that it's not going to put little tears in your skin that you don't see. Some of them are really granulated and you can get, you know, do some damage to it. This one's fabulous. Once you pop it on, it has honey. I think it's got, oh, I can't read the back of that. I think it's got oatmeal in it, which is colloidal. It's gonna reduce any redness, and the honey will actually cling on to any dead skin, and as you're going around it sort of sloughs it off as well. And then it's got the ground almonds in it as well, so which will actually work as the exfoliant. This is kind of 3-in-1, I would think, but I just don't use it on its own, okay? This is how I do it. I mix it with a medicated mask. I mix the two together. And in the next video, when you watch, I will show you exactly how I do it. I don't have, well, I mean, I do have a lot of time. I just don't want to spend a lot of time. The way I see it is that if you're going to do a scrub on your face, you may as well do a medicated mask at the same time, whilst this is scrubbing and sloughing off the dead skin. The medication that's in this, and this is a clay mask, and it's sea mud. The medication in it is going to be sinking in, and it's going to be working on anything that you've got going on underneath your skin. And they're both together, that they're really powerful. I am not joking. One thing I do want to say though, especially if you suffer with a lot of redness, is immediately stop doing anything to your cheeks, okay? The bits that protrude from your face the most are probably the bits that you're going to get red more, which is your chin, your nose, and here. And if you suffer with rosacea, I don't know what stage of rosacea you have, but the first stage is sort of the flushing. and then, you know, you'll see the little broken capillaries, and then it moves on to the next stage where you have almost like little dots in there. It looks like you got like little white dots, which is sort of just a mini sort of the blockages that are in there, and then it gets to the point where it's really, really dark red, and then, you know, some people, I don't know whether you've ever seen it in pictures or whether your grandparents or anything like that, but then the nose tends to get a bit distorted, that it's got too past you know, a point. So the first thing to do when you get your redness is stop doing anything on your cheeks, okay? Just leave that area. It's very difficult because I know, even now, I know whenever I apply a product, the initial thing you want to do is do this and do that and pop it on your cheeks. Any scrubs, retinols, alpha hydroxy acids, BHAs, if it's something that's going to turn over and your skin in any way, try and avoid your cheeks if you have rosacea, okay? Now, I know also that people have acne and blackheads in their cheeks as well. I'm fortunate that I've been able to get rid of mine, but I know that if you're looking now, you're like, yeah, but I get breakouts there and there. Okay, I know you want to use something, and that is what the retinol, watch my video on the retinol, that will work on that. But you do not need to do a heavy scrub of any kind. Even when you're using a washcloth, the first place you do is around here. You're just making it a lot worse for yourself, my darling. Try, before you do any kind of cleansing or anything like that, just try to be aware of what you've got going on, where the redness is. It could be here, it could be here, it could be here, and just to try and avoid those and work around the areas. I'm not saying don't use your cleanser. You can still use your cleanser, but a cleansing cloth of any kind that's a bit rough, anything that's going to be rough on your skin, try and avoid that. Okay, just, you know, I mean, that's the first step is avoid anything like that. But I mean, with this, you can definitely mix the two of them together, put them all around the other areas, and then in the next video that you'll see, which will be showing you how to do it, I only get the medicated mask and pop it on this area here, okay, because this will reduce redness as well. So, you know, anything grainy, gritty, and even if it's not gritty, even if it's a moisturizer that you're using at the moment, maybe an anti-aging one, maybe you're using a toner, and this wasn't supposed to be about rosacea, but it all comes under the same umbrella. Maybe you're using a toner that's got alcohol, anything, right, unless it's really, really natural. You know, I do soap Lubriderm, but maybe, I don't know, maybe you've got something like Neutrogena that doesn't have oil in or something, but anything that says that it's got something in it, right, just keep off your cheeks. That would be my thing. So these are the two that I use, and I try to do it once a week, but I don't always do it once a week. It's been about 3 weeks since I've done it last. And the reason that I don't always do a scrub and this is because I use the dermaplane tool or the razor tool, and that is also an exfoliation of the skin. It's just a different type. And you know, the way I do it at the moment is on a Sunday, which will be tonight, I will apply my A313 retinol, and then in 3 days after that, that's when I'll either do a dermaplane or I would have done this. Okay, you'll know my thing, leave 3 days in between, and then I won't use anything on my skin then for 3 days after either doing this or a dermaplane. I'll just use Lubriderm. I'll just moisturize in the morning and an evening. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I do. And that did reduce my redness. Yeah, I still go red, I still go a bit pink, but I'm not going as like purpley, like I used to go literally like a purpley colour. I'm not joking. So those are the two products that I use. I'm going to put the links to Amazon, so because that's where I got both of mine from, and they're quite hefty. They're like $35 each. They are not cheap, but if you make sure you keep the lids on nice and tight on them, you don't want them drying up. And they should look, depending on how often you're going to use it, they should last you a good 9 months. If you are currently suffering with breakout in your skin, say you're suffering with and I will do a separate video on acne and breakouts, but if you are suffering with acne in particular, these are absolutely great for that. You could use them 2 or 3 times a week. They're not going to cause any harm. I also used to recommend this, the scrub, to my ladies or gentlemen who had a waxing service, either from me or from someone else. And when sometimes once you've waxed or you've removed hair, no matter how you've removed it, you get those little dots, the red dots that you get for a day or so. You get them even with shaving as well. This honey and almond scrub is great to use for about 2 days after. You can use this about 2 days either under your arms, just on with your regular shower, either morning or evening. Put a little dot on, let it roll it around a couple of times, let it sit for a couple of minutes, then rinse it off. Same with sort of your private areas as well. You can use this on obviously the outside of your private, but if you've had a waxing or you've removed hair, this is also great. You can use this on the back as well if you get back knee, well, anywhere you get any kind of breakouts, okay, you can use this Replica scrub. So just make sure that you're being careful with it. You're being careful with how much you use. A small amount with these products that are expensive, a small amount should go a long way. And this is very thick, you can see. It shouldn't be runny. If it does start to run slightly, it's because the honey's maybe separating slightly, and you just, stir it up. But use every single thing in that. I mean, I'm not joking. That's a whacking big size, actually, for Replica. Another thing that I use on a regular basis, in fact I do it a good couple of times a day, is I use some kind of calming mist. This one's from Elf. You can get it from wherever you want. My other favorite is Tatcha. I absolutely love the Tatcha, and this is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It's so incredibly expensive. The big size of this, which is about this size, is $50. I'm not joking. If you can get it in a kit, that's great. But I mean, this was part of a kit, and I treated myself over the Christmas period to a little kit, just a small one. And that is my, sort of luxury item. But on an everyday, I use the Elf Calming. I just picked it up from Walmart. They do different ones, but I don't know. I like this one. This one I use, and I do get through it quite a bit. But if you do want to make your own spray mist for your face, you can just use distilled water and then your own favorite sort of essence, like lavender or something like that. And the whole point of using a mist, especially in conjunction with these products, is to always keep your skin hydrated. You knew that was coming. If you watched any of my videos, you're going to know on a regular basis I do this. If you suffer from red skin, rosacea, anything like that, keep one of these in the refrigerator and then just mist yourself a couple of times a day. Once your skin feels hydrated, it does not turn on those little oil plugs that, start churning away. And the last thing that I use in my video are the sheet masks. Gotta be careful how you say that. I use the Ebonel, but I've used other ones. I'm going to put the link to the description to them. I get them off Amazon. You can get them from anywhere. I like the sheet ones in particular, rather than the rubbery silicone type ones. This one does have a tiny bit of vitamin C in, but it's watered down, okay? I don't like using vitamin C on my skin. If you do, great. It's just I don't like, it's just a personal preference. I don't like vitamin C. This is a hyaluronic acid, and it's got all kind of peptides in it. Y'all don't need to know what all them. I mean, if you want to know what they mean, you can look them up. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. But this is something that I use after I've done that treatment. I mean, I do a whole treatment when I do it, I do a whole treatment, because after you've done something like a scrub on your face or anything, even though it's not going to make it as, that red, this is so cooling. And always keep these in the refrigerator as well, because once you put it on, then and it is in my next video. I'll show you how to apply it. Once it's on, it will cool your face all the way down, and leave it on for about 10 minutes, and then you never remove the product off your face. Let it sort of sink in. And yeah, I use these, but I mean, realistically, they do some packs where you get like 24 or 60 in with all different flavory type things, which are very nice. So I mean, any kind of sheet mask will work great with this. But I would definitely err on the side of caution of whenever you do a treatment like this, please don't use a moisturizer straight afterwards that has in anything that's going to renew your skin. So no retinols, I say it again, no salicylic acid, no BHAs, no nothing like that. Collagen's okay, hyaluronic acid is okay because it's not an acid. It is actually just a moisturizer. Squalene is okay because that's a moisturizer. So anything that's highly moisturizing, great, but anything that's going to turn over your skin, if you've got anything anti-aging, on the day of doing this treatment, do not use it, okay? Because you don't want to do all this, get all these products pumped into your face, and then use a moisturizer right at the end that's got a retinol or something in that's going to start taking it out, if you know what I mean. So I always say go with as much moisturization as you can, and keep it up. Keep up the work. I mean, I know I've just shown you a couple of products, and even though I say I try for my life to be product free, what I mean by that is I don't want to have to keep going out and buying stuff for, you know. Yeah, I went walking around Walmart a couple of days ago, and I saw so many things, new things that are coming out, and I just thought, well, and they got peptide in and all that, and I just thought, oh my gosh, it's just, just don't get dragged into all that. If you can find a couple of things that do what you want to do, you know, you want to exfoliate your skin, say once a week, really good, this will do it. And those are the only products that you need. Everything else the rest of the week can just be a moisturizer, if that makes any sense. Once you've taken off that dead skin, your baby skin will be, what happens is your baby skin will be at the surface then, or nearly at the surface, and it is like a baby's skin. It's like having a newborn baby with their skin. It will be like brand new skin, so you don't really want to expose it to a lot of too many things during the week. Keep it down to once a week, once every 2 weeks, a month, just something like that, and build it up. If you just want to do it once a month, do it once a month, build it up. Then maybe once every 2 weeks you can do it, and once you're in that routine, it's like that, and then you don't have to waste your money on other things. That's the way I see it. I am going to be doing a video which I'll probably record next, because I'm just on that gravy train now of talking about skin, on acne and things that are in your skin that you don't want in your skin. I'll do a separate one for milia, and I will do a separate one for blackheads, but definitely cystic acne, which is something I know an awful lot about. I will definitely be doing a video next on cystic acne, talking about it and explaining to you why you get it, etc, etc. So hopefully now you can watch part 2 of this video, masks and scrubs, and understand why I choose these products. I work with these products. I buy them with my own money. I'm not sponsored, endorsed. I don't get anything cheap, you know. As an esthetician, I pay the same price that you pay for it, but these are the things that I recommended to my customers. And even if I started my practice up again now, I would still use these. I wouldn't go for any other brand. I would just use these because they work. I know I'm like I know I go on about it, but I want you to be I want you to see results. And if I can't get my fingers on your hand, on your face, which drives me nuts, that I can't get my fingers on people's faces anymore, then at least I can talk to you about it and show you that there's something you can do yourself. In the meantime, thank you for watching, guys. Now you can watch part 2, and I will see you again.